Hello everyone, Artanis215 here, and welcome to episode 11 of Artanis215's Let's Play series. Alright guys, today I think we're just going to have a bit of a finishing touches episode. Last episode we got a bunch of our planner set up and ready to rock and roll, and this episode we're going to implement that a little bit further into our system back here, with getting these set up with some buses right here, across here, and then some buses back here as well, so we can automatically send our ores into this system to get macerated or washed and thermal centrifuged. And then this will be one of these ME interfaces, or an export bus, depending on what I decide. So let's go ahead and I actually already have a crafting thing in here. So let's go ahead and get crafted 3 precision export and import buses. So if we search export, precision export, we're going to need 6 interfaces by the looks of it. So let's go ahead and get, ooh, what am I missing? Fluix dust. Six of those, and then we'll just go ahead and get oh wow, looks like cable's an issue as well. Six, and are we out of iron as well? Dang, we might not be able to do this. We're out of wood. Oh boy. Alright guys, I'm gonna go chop down some trees, like this one, and I'll be back in a bit. I might go over to an area where I don't care so much about the looks, but I'm gonna go cut down some trees, so I'll be back momentarily. Okay, we're teleported back into the house with some wood. Go ahead and put away our tools here, and we can throw all this stuff in here and go back over here and resume crafting our pistons, which we needed 6 of. So grab out a bit of wood. We'll go ahead and actually get some iron ready as well. So our precision import bus, we're going to need 6 pistons in total. And this is going to be our basic export bus, just like this. We're going to make 3 of these. And then we're also going to need a couple of sticky pistons. To get our basic import buses. We have export, 3 of those guys, and then we'll go ahead and get our circuit here, our little basic processor guy. Shift click these out, shift click these out. Alrighty. So we're gonna need our precision import buses right here along the back. Wrench. There we go. We'll get this guy out. And import right there. Like that. Then we'll just configure this guy to always active and stacks of items. All 3 of these. And then we can precision export. Although I am going to I'm going to temporarily disable this bit of my network. You might ask why, and the reason is that I do not want these doing anything until I have my samples in them. So we're going to export our ores into here. Copper, iron, gold, tin, silver, and lead. And then we will export our crushed stuff to this guy. Silver, tin, lead, copper, gold, and iron. And then our purified stuff, we'll go ahead and export here, like that. And then our dust's already taken care of. Lead, silver, tin, and gold. And then what we'll do with our dusts is, I'm thinking we'll want to make one more of these induction furnaces. This will let us get a chance to make our some of our crafting for this, actually a couple of pieces. And I mean, we're going to want to have like automatic processing on this side, I think. For right now, this works. So for the time being, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run here and craft up one more export bus. And I'm just going to attach it to this chute. So we'll get our export bus made. Precision export. And then, okay. So we'll just stick this precision export right there. We'll say move stacks at a time. And then all of our dusts, except for sulfur, will go through this guy and get processed. All 6 times. Put all this stuff back away. And now I believe we can re-enable this half. So we don't have any ores yet to process. But, and then I'm going to make sure that this guy is importing from the top and outporting there. He'll begin to receive some iron dust, and then he'll just smelt it over here. So while this will be a bottleneck, it's not a big deal because we have plenty of storage in this system. And then we're just going to use this guy. And we're going to, well, I was going to use that guy, but instead we'll just grab all of this ore that I've been doing. And we're just going to go ahead and do this. We're just going to get it all in there. And we should have happen now is that it's going to macerate stuff, and then see, this will get imported, and then it'll get exported to here. And then once this finishes its cycle, everything will get imported and exported accordingly. And then, so we'll watch it happen. So it turns into purified, and that'll get imported. And then it'll get exported immediately to here, where it will be purified, and then all of its stuff will be exported. So we are now completely automated on that side of things. So yay, AE is now pretty much up and running. Of course, we'll have some more stuff later on that we'll get around to. But I wanted to take a minute and let's just have a little walk through memory lane, if you will. So we'll head back to spawn, I guess. Spawn is just over here. In fact, spawn is right here. So this is where we spawned into the world, and around us was just some kind of cool stuff. And we found this biome. And since then, we have farms and all sorts of crazy automated stuff. Cactus and reeds, and then we have our Thaumcraft tower. And here's our quaint little home, which I think is I think it's nice. It turned out pretty well, it looks decent. And so forth. And then once we're in our house, for those of you who were like me and kind of derpy, not saying that you guys are derpy, but I was having the most difficult time getting this little favorite feature to work. If you just use your mouse, like I thought it was going to be something weird, but if you just use your mouse to select which one it is, like you just move your mouse around. See how a bat is highlighted in yellow? I would morph into the bat if I let go of grave. Or the little squiggly line key. So that's how that works, but I mean, just think about what we've been able to accomplish, guys. And I don't think this redstone furnace is going to be an issue at all. It's seeming to take care of itself quite well, and we'll go ahead and run downstairs and just check that everything is, everything here is in full swing. Can actually probably get some stone bricks and just cover this bit up. Do that to make it look a little better. And then what I'll probably eventually do is use facades, which, hey, let's get into Buildcraft. Why not? We'll do that in just a sec, but I just want to make sure that downstairs is working. I heard one of these guys trip. These are all running at full capacity. Yeah. We're doing good. Getting the stone dust stored up here for later use. And let's start some Buildcraft stuff. We're probably going to set this up. First off, I want to get a better energy cell. ENERGY, please. I want to get some redstone energy cell, and I want to upgrade to redstone energy conduits. How expensive are these? How much redstone do we even have? 1,400? I don't know, guys. I might not be able to manage this. Actually, we're not going to for right now. What we're going to do instead is we're just going to set up a little Buildcraft station somewhere down here. I'm trying to figure out where exactly I want it. Maybe right here. We can have our Buildcraft set up. Why not? So let's toss that steel in there, and let's get an assembly table up and going. So we're gonna need a gear. No. A gear. Okay. We're gonna have to upgrade that to stone, and then to iron, gold, and finally diamond. We can go ahead and get this guy. So here's our assembly table. And now we're going to need some lasers. I'm going to start with 9. So this is going to cost us 18 diamonds, but it's worth it. And then we're going to need some... So we've got 2 hardened energy conduits left. How much invar do we have? We've got quite a bit of that. So let's make some leadstone. What? I know I've got glass somewhere, don't I? Yeah. We'll make 30 more. And then we'll toss both of these back in, and we'll go for hardened. Get our 30 of those out. So now we have half a stack. This will work. Or it should. And then we can just run right that wall is even numbered. Well, that's bothersome. I guess we're using 12 lasers. Because if I do this, I'm going to want 7 more to even that out. Or I could just go for 3 more and call it good. Yeah, we'll just go for 3. Just so we have a nice bit of symmetry going on. Three of those, and then we're going to need our diamond handsaw. There we go. And I'm going to cut one of these up right now. And do this with it. There we go. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, redstone energy conduits, or stuff from thermal expansion kind of in general, is now multi-parts. So with this wonderful, wonderful thing that we have going, we can actually go ahead and use multi-parts to cover up all of our wiring and stuff. We'll attach that there, and we can seal this back up. We can make this like that, and then if I think I'm just going to need a couple of these, use 16 of these guys. We can just kind of cover this right up without any issues at all. Bam! So now we can just do, whoops. Totally forgot to put these ones down. Don't need that after all. And 1, 2, 3. And then, oh boy. Well, that's a little obnoxious. Is there anything else that we can use laser power for yet? I don't think there is. You know what? We'll just get a chest. That'll work. It'll make it nice and symmetrical and just fine. We're also going to want an interface for downstairs. I just decided, so we're going to make one. Terminal. Access terminal. One of these guys. And that. And then I'm going to need crafting table. Storage cell. And that guy. Then we're going to need our cable, which we only have 2 of. Going to need some fluix dust. And that's the last of our glass. So we're going to need some sand. Sand. Turns into glass. And then we'll just go through this in that induction furnace. This should be plenty of cabling for right now. But for future, we now have that. And if it's not enough cabling, then we can always craft some downstairs. So I'm thinking probably want this guy. We'll just tuck him in the wall right here. Go ahead and switch to bat form. And then if we just dig around up here a bit. There's that guy. And there we are. So we can just attach this right here and run this guy down here like so. Stone bricks and our crafting terminal. So now we have access to all of our goodies down here. We can just get out a quick chest. And we'll do like this. Like that. Cool. So now we can actually start to craft stuff like facades. Which will be useful. So let's get a facade. For stone bricks or something. So we're gonna need some cobblestone structure pipe. So we'll just get some cobblestone pipe out. We're gonna need some glass. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna order a stack or 2. And we're gonna need a bit of cobblestone. Not that kind. And gravel. Then we'll get some stone bricks out. I believe stone bricks. Oh. Structure pipe. Let's get a bit more. We'll get a couple more of these while we're just here. These take like no time at all to craft, so. Especially not as much energy as we're dumping into these lasers. There we go. Charge on over here, and then we can actually cover up this a bit and make it look a bit nicer. So if I put this this might be a touch tricky. There we go. And we can just reattach these. Or you know what? We don't even need this one. We can just place that there, that there. This is going to look better if I redo it, I can tell. I just would rather not. Alright, we're going to redo these too. We'll reconfigure them. It's not that big of a deal. There we go. See how much nicer that looks though. I know, it's a little tiny thing, but they just look better. See? Just all chilling there like that. It looked good in my opinion, like that. Or I could cover them up completely, but I like being able to see them, just not all the crap behind them. So we'll get rid of that stuff, and then we can get out our ores and our purified stuff. So into here goes stacks of ores. And in here goes all of the purified stuff in stacks. And then gold, tin, silver, lead, iron, copper, that guy, tin, like that. Cool. So this guy can just kind of do his job. And look at this, we're cruising now, guys. I'm actually gonna break this. Get out one of these facades, and we'll just cover that back bit up. And stacks of items. And we can even get in behind here if we want. And use a cover. One moment. Alright guys, so I'm back. And I have my good friend with me in Skype now. Say hello, Jake.
Hey guys.
So what I did is I actually just came behind this chest and I put down one of those stone bricks covers just so that this looks a little bit nicer. As far as that goes, I think we're cruising along pretty nicely now. We have, why would sand go in there? That doesn't make any sense. But I think as far as everything else is concerned, we've got our iron processing and we have our automation pretty much done. We'll get an export bus on top of this extractor in the next few episodes once we get a sustainable rubber tree farm going. We have yet to do that, but downstairs, power generation's chugging away. We've got Buildcraft lasers set up. Jesus, that thing takes forever. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this episode. So maybe I will stop doing like game commentary and you can just listen to Jake and I BS about whatever the hell we want to. If that's okay. But first, I'm going to go quickly check the video length as, oh dear. It may have been a hot minute. Yes, I can manage to screen share. Give me just a second, guys. I'm screen sharing Minecraft with him.
Yeah, as a rule of thumb, I'm going to try to mute myself when I'm not talking, just in case I have to talk to anybody else. That would be kind of embarrassing for your viewers to have to listen to me banter with my sister.
Yeah, it's all good, but I completely understand. I believe the screen share is up and running, if a bit pixelated and laggy, so Jake can see what I've done. That's what I did, stone bricks cover, and then so far this episode, we pretty much just worked on this. Got those three things set up, and then downstairs, the Buildcraft laser set up. But guys, go ahead and definitely when you can, Buildcraft is a nice thing to get set up, because if you'll notice the circuits, or chipsets, that makes perfect sense. You'll notice that they're used in quite a few things. You actually use them for a lot of the logistics pipe stuff, which we, depending on how I decide to do some of the tree farms and that stuff, we'll probably get into it. Just for... it'll basically just be a lot easier of a way to... How do I put this? Transfer stuff around. We won't be having to set up an entire new AE system somewhere else just to suck it out of that with Ender Chest and put it somewhere else. We can just use logistics pipes to put it into Ender Chest and then import it into our system.
So I hate to interrupt the fancy talk, but you put up those nice glass rails and then just walked on them.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's like a terrible habit too, because the best thing is that I'll get all carried away and then I'll just be like, oh fuck, and do that, and totally just like fall off. So I have these railings that are completely useless and purely for decoration because they do nothing.
Defeats the purpose, but hey.
I mean, like even this one, I'll just like be pondering thoughts and I'll just be like, hey, I'm gonna jump off. You guys wouldn't believe. So I'll put all my stuff in a chest and just show you guys what happened every time. Ooh, I don't want to. I have 41 levels. That makes me think. Let's get out the book. Um, Probably under Artifice. Let's see. Talisman. Nope. I want to say it's a Talisman of Withhold. We have a Thermostatic Harness, which is nasty to try and make. I don't know where the... So this is the Talisman of Remedium. Basically will save your life occasionally. It's useful. Is it under Golemancy maybe? No. Nope. Ah, there it is, Talisman of Withhold. So we'd need 10 Bestia, 20 Greed, 5 Machina, and 10 Permutatio. That's pretty expensive. The recipe itself isn't bad. I think we'll probably hold off until next time, guys, but pretty much every time I'd be playing around out here without these long fall boots on, I'd end up falling off and dying. Because, you know, my fancy rails that do absolutely nothing for me.
Well, I mean, they look beautiful, right?
Hey, that's all that matters, right? I mean, when I'm flying around, those glass rails just have some nice class to them.
When you were showing me your world earlier, that's the first thing I noticed was all the glass, and I was like, "That's gorgeous."
I was like, I don't know why, like, for most of my subscribers, they're probably like in utter shock right now, going, what happened to him? Why is he building with glass and stuff? What happened to solid walled rooms and dark dungeony bases? I don't know, guys. I feel like building with glass in this world because the seed is just amazing.
Yeah, I know your viewers haven't heard me prattle on about it, but I know you have. This seed is just gorgeous. Like,
Oh my god.
it makes me want to pick up Minecraft again.
Like, this is just like, it's just beautiful scenery that I got on this seed. And then there's some places over here, like this area. Might be a taint tree. No, it's just purple. Like this place. This is a mystical or sacred springs, and that area is just. You know what? I'm gonna teleport there, and we're gonna go because I can't take fall damage to 120, and we'll fall for a second. But I mean, like, look at this. Is this not like just beautiful? Oh god, no, no! It's the evil little spiders that blind you for like
Yeah, I had
4 years.
no idea what was happening. I just saw a spider lunge at you and then darkness.
Yeah, guys, those little spiders they'll wreck you hard. But like this area, I just think this is some beautiful terrain, Jim, with the big trees.
Here's a fun thing to do, viewers. If you actually play with mods and you know people who don't, just try to put them out of their depth with the mods and just see how fast they either get used to it or give it up. It's one or the other.
It really is. Like, I know a lot of people who are very, very hardcore vanilla Minecraft players, and some of my friends refuse to pick up on mods. Like, I've tried to talk them into it. I mean, but as far as mods are concerned, I think one of the least invasive, so to speak, mods is Biomes of Plenty. Because it doesn't change any of the mechanics of the game. It just adds this absolutely beautiful scenery. Now, I had a thought because I walked over by my portal. We're gonna make a gravity gun. Um, I think it's time. just because gravity guns are... I don't have any freaking glowstone blocks. Are you... Wow. That's a little bit disgusting to me. Well, I do now. 1. Alright, so the gravity gun. We can pick stuff up and throw it across the room. But, we're going to get a diamond. And I don't know if I have flowers set up. I might. How many diamonds do we even have left? 27? Yeah, my mining runs are paying off. I'll show you guys where I've been mining here in a second, but do I have any flowers? They might already be over here. Let's hope so, because if they are, this will work out. If they aren't, oh, okay, they are. So, what we're going to do is...
Ooh, I've been waiting to see this.
Throw this in while we're standing really close to the water, and then we're going to swap to our gravity gun. Alright, so we took a lot of damage, but because we got struck by lightning, our gravity gun is now supercharged, which normally requires us to kill the wither. So basically this is just a bunch more powerful than the normal gravity gun. So let's take one of these innocent little chickens with their lovely hats. I pick you. And, well, chicken, sayonara, buddy.
That chicken's name had to have been Alice, because you just sent him to the moon.
Precisely.
Well, maybe not.
Yeah, no, it didn't work out as well as I thought it would. There we go. Bye-bye. Hey, no. And it also works great if you have these lovely pesky zombies who just want to bug you. Give them a toss, and then watch as their body slowly well, maybe.
I'm really panicky here. I don't know how the viewers are going to see it, but I'm seeing this with a lot of lag. That creeper scared me. Oh, yeah. There he goes. Well,
oh,
creeper
here
no
the
more,
zombie
man.
comes. Oh, that's a chicken. Oh, God. So, 2 tips. 1, don't throw creepers with the gravity gun. It is unhealthy. 2, Nano Saber is OP. See this little skeleton? I'm sure you guys have seen it. You're dead. If you can afford a Nano Saber and you're dying a lot, just get one. They wreck everything. Hey, there's that chicken. I'm gonna... You know what? You've been to the moon. You've seen too much. For those of you who don't know, this is a Dryad from Ars Magica 2. I'm just rambling now.
You just fenced him in with all the other animals. Get in there.
I actually picked him up with my portal gun and put him in there with them. Dryads are actually exceptionally useful, and it had a brain. What? Who do you think you are, buddy? Get thrown. I'm gonna watch you die.
So, I don't mean to nitpick on your commentary, but when you were building the gravity gun, you just said, like, I don't know, it's time. You had to justify why you were building a gravity gun. I mean, come on, it's a gravity gun.
This is true. Yeah, gravity gun is... You know what? Fuck you, zombie. Sorry for the language, I know I don't normally use it, but that's how I felt. Why am I... Okay, bat form, thank you. Anyhow, Dryads, actually, minimally, they don't do it too much, but they accelerate the natural growth of things nearby. So, like, if I have a baby chicken or a baby cow in this area, they should grow up a little bit faster due to this Dryad being here in my little animal farm area. Now, I'm thinking I'll probably end up getting a few more as I explore the world, and I'll probably put some near my wheat farm and my reeds if I can. Good night, there's a few mobs down there. Not going to deal with those, just going to go back up to the house. Also, for those of you who don't know, I went to a jungle biome and got some reeds, or vines, I'm derpy, and I just thought this was a nice touch onto the Thaumcraft Tower, just have some vines hanging down to give it kind of almost, not an overrun look, but like that floating island feel. And then,
it does kind of give that, like, Indiana Jones temple-ish looking thing, like, you know, when you got a whole bunch of vines hanging off something.
yeah. But I will go ahead and show you guys where I have been getting this absolutely stupid amount of resources. Because I know you guys were like, I probably ended last episode with like a really like pathetically small amount of resources. And then I come back this episode, where is my board gun? And I have like 27 diamonds after I craft all those stuff that requires diamonds. Yeah. So this is my current mining area. It's down pretty deep. But basically what I do is I get out my hammer and my redstone flux capacitor and my fortune pick. It does have fortune 3, remember. And I just mine in a straight line. Now you guys can see where we are. I'm gonna go to the end of the tunnel, which is right here. So here we are, all the way out here at X541, Y12. Now if I bring up my map, our house is all the way over here at X-40, Y, well, Z-150. Ah! You all die. So I've mined about 500 blocks in a straight line on top of another one that I did this way. So it's kind of, it's not difficult work, and it's not exceptionally boring work because the hammer makes it a lot more fun. But that's where I've been getting all these resources, like that entire chest of ores that I showed you. That's where that came from. I've just been kind of building it until we got our automation set up, and I could show you guys the automation
I imagine
full
that
effect.
mining, when you can pretend you're Thor, is pretty fun.
Oh yeah, the best part is like if I go back down there and I get out my hammer. Let's go back down there really quick. I'll get out my hammer. This thing actually has some decent damage on it, shockingly enough. Like, you can kill stuff with the hammer. So let's just kind of run along here for a second. I see some stuff. I mean, it two-shots zombies because it has smite, and it does a pretty decent AoE on everything else. So I mean, it has. you can easily play Thor while you're mining with this hammer. Now, something that I'll warn you guys of is, as you are mining, if you're like me and you like to have your tools automatically recharged with this redstone flux capacitor, you will want to disable it while you're mining with a hammer, because it kind of glitches out. You'll mine one 3x3 area, and then the hammer has to completely recharge itself off of that redstone flux capacitor before it can mine the next 3x3 set. So it does significantly slow down your mining. But I think with that, I am going to call this episode an end. We've probably been going for about 35 or 40 minutes now, so that should be a good episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed having a little bit of company in like this last 5 or 10 minutes. I did. And expect maybe something a little bit different in the next few episodes. I've been thinking about changing up my commentary once in a while. Good God, I cannot not fall off of that freaking glass railing.
Those rails, man.
The rails.
Yeah, sorry I haven't been too talkative, but
They do nothing. But anyways, I'll go ahead and let Jake give me an outro.
Build more rails.
Take it easy, guys.